What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer guys, back again. Aetherdrift sealed. Let's get into it here. We need to keep practicing before the upcoming Arena Direct event. If you're not familiar, the upcoming Aetherdrift Arena Direct event is rewarding collector booster box of Aetherdrift. So we're excited for that. You'll see why. All right, what do we got here? Wow. Double. Wow. This pool is insane. Webstrike Elite, Lumbering World Wagon. This is pretty interesting. Crew 4 is a lot. But double Bright Glass Gearhulk and a Riptide Gearhulk. Double Strike and Prowess. Insane. Explosive Getaway, which we have linked up with the Sunbillow Verge. And then a Gas Guzzler on top of that. Wow, that's some rares. Green white, I guess. Let's see how these set up. Hopefully these are decent. So some gliders, light shield parry, okay, collision course, decent removal spell, 2 gallant strikes, also great removal spells, double glory heath links, pretty good, some nice early ramp. Interface ace is absolutely fantastic for saddling some creatures. When this enters scry 2, so we could play the spot cycle there. Armory, I'm not as... this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. Because this is an auto mount. We have the Mustang, which is fantastic. And we have a Ride's End. Our white is very good. Let's take a look at blue here, although... Well, we did have the other Riptide, so we could look at a blue splash as well. Double bounce off is nice. We have the legendary octopus blocker. Midnight Mangler, I actually really like this card. This is a good 3/3 for 2. Basically just a really solid defender. Spectral Interference is pretty nice, stopping people from playing things for 4. Stall out's not bad. Transit Mage, if you can queue it up, is pretty good. Memory Guardian's pretty nice if you have the opportunity to get some artifacts, and Hull Drifter's pretty good. Or blue's looking pretty nice. Black, I like the Deathless Pilot. Gas Guzzler's fine. Maximum Overdrive and Wreckage is pretty nice. Risky Shortcut's good. Spin Out's pretty solid. Wicker Folks not bad either. Same thing with the pack. This is pretty solid here in black. Back on Track is great. Not as much of the removal as we would hope for. Really just the overdrive and the spin out. And Siphon Fuel. Taking a look at green. Green. Red. Hello. I've got green on the brain. Lightning Strike is nice. I'm not super impressed by anything I'm seeing here, to be honest. These guys are really good, though, if you can pump them out. All right, green. We got the Scurryfoot. We got some Vanguards. Like the Webstrike Elite. Greatness is great. Ooh, double ramp with the bikes and the Jaguar. And a Ketrodon. When this creature enters, for each opponent, put up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls into its owner's library, 3rd from the top. If this wasn't double blue, I would honestly consider splashing it. We do have the Tranquil Cove that we could help to set up. If I had 2 of these, I'd really consider it, because we have some ability to find some lands here. What else do we got? We got a nice little suite of dual colored lands here. Broodheart Engine has been pretty solid. Thundering Broodwagon, also very nice. Boom Scholar, pretty cool. Explosive Getaway is good. We do have the Verge, but I don't think I looked to splash. The fact that we have 2 of these, oh my gosh, and we have a Lagoran. Wow. We could Ticket Tortoise if we want. Okay, well, what does this do? When this creature enters, you may search your library for up to 2 artifact, creature, and/or enchantment cards. Mana value 1 or less. reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle, first strike, and trample. It's artifact, creature, and or enchantments. Mana value 1 or less. Here's going to be the problem. Do we have enough triggers for that? We can get the Scurry Foots. We have some gliders we could get. These aren't going to be as great in this deck, unfortunately. But if I splash blue, I could get some bounce offs. Because, I mean, this kind of wants me to play, I would say, all of this, right? If I was going to splash blue, what would I do? Interference, bounce offs. Maybe the stall out, kind of as a suite of removal. Because we could go something like that. Problem is I didn't get any low mana artifacts to trigger here. I mean, Gas Guzzler, Intimidation Tactics. I really just didn't get a ton of options here. Let's take a look at this. Maybe we do this. We get some gliders. We get the Scurry Foot. I think our removal here is going to be pretty good. This can help us to find planes. Interference, stall out. Whipstrike Elite might be a little hard, but this is nice because we can hold this a cycle. Destroy an artifact or enchantment is pretty good. Enters or attacks. Basic land card. Bestow Greatness. I don't know if I need to play the Bestow Greatness. These are hard to cast, but first striking trampling 4/4s is pretty dang good. There are Ride's End here as well. I think the Riptide Gearhulk is just better. Where are we sitting here? 15 creatures, 15 non-creatures. That's actually not... I thought we were going to be a lot worse for creatures. I'm thinking about not... I want to have enough... Because this is mount or vehicle. We got mounts there. Mounts here. Mount there. I feel like we actually have a pretty decent... Maybe I don't play that. Mount. Mount. I have a ton of mounts. It's just our mana. So awkward. But we have double bike and the Lumbering World Wagon. We have how many cyclers? I think just the one. Just the one cycler. I want targets for this. But I really... Artifact, creature, or enchantments. Oh, so this isn't even going to get me these. This is just going to get me these. Are these too hard to cast? I guess if I have the option to grab something, this isn't terrible. I feel like first strike trample 4/4s are also quite good, right? I don't have to play Light Shield parry then. I want some prowess triggers for this, because this is also double strike, which is pretty sick. So being able to like gallant strike, bounce off. All my creatures with this also get +0/+1, which is pretty nice. This is really good for this deck. I'm thinking I don't play both of these. Which sounds crazy a little bit, but then I can reduce one of those. 13 creatures is a little tight for where I want to be. 6. I think this is 17 lands. I think I absolutely need to be at 17. I need to look for other creatures. I mean, maybe it is just the Brightfield Glider. We are playing blue, so what other good blue creatures are there? Slick Imitator. Ooh, this could help me find the Armory. And this has affinity for artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a world in which this could get cheap enough to make this worth it. I don't think so, though. Beast Rider. You know, I could go Ticket Tortoise here as a way to potentially also get some pips I need. Maybe this is the direction to go here. Bring this guy in. I don't know that I like Beast Rider too much. Creatures or vehicles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's probably too much. Maybe drop 1 interferent. Stall out cycles, but maybe not that either. Then we're a little heavy on the creatures, but maybe 1 less glider here, excuse me. Transit Mage helps to find the Armory. It also helps to find Bright Glass and Riptide. That feels really good, actually. And then this with the Armory out becomes a Vigilance 6/6. That's pretty good. The question is, do I play this Ketradon? Do I need that big of a body? I think Memory Garden gets a lot better with Ticket Tortoise. There's a world in which I could play a land, turn 2, play a Ticket Tortoise. This is really a turn 3 play to get the treasure token. Turn 3, play a Ticket Tortoise, get a treasure, have 3 up, and play a Memory Guardian. That doesn't seem too bad. I don't think I play that. Is the Veloheart bikes too much? Or maybe it's just one ticket tortoise here. Down to 14 and 11. Again, we just have... Well, we have the 3... I have the 3 vehicles here. Transit Mage helps me to crew after it does its thing. These are just all too good. I'm actually wondering if Collision Course... Nah, because I want Collision Course for the ability to destroy an artifact. Maybe it's Bounce Off. Maybe I'm less concerned about the prowess triggers here, so maybe a Bounce Off. I think the Armory is really good. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Spectral Interference and it's just the Bounce Off. This is less impactful. You know what? I'm going to try 1-1, I think. And I just think that because I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities to keep some mana up. We're generating a lot of advantage with the World Wagon. There's like a pretty nice synergy here of Interface Ace into World Wagon, getting another land, and then being able to attack with this by crewing it with this guy. We're going to have a lot of mount capabilities here. I think this is where we go. Let's get to some games. All right, hopefully our mana here can work out. The mana can work out. This deck feels like it'd be pretty sick. I can Lynx and keep up interference. This seems fine. This seems fine. This seems fine. It's good. Lynx is a great blocker. We can get 1 green, step up into the bike. That feels fine. This feels fine. There's my green. There's the Lynx. Don't you dare kill this. Don't lightning strike it. Okay. Well, next turn I can Jaguar and then Armory. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, I could make it a 2/4 and then keep Bounce Off up. I could just Collision Course this thing too. Shoot this. Okay. That keeps up Spectral Interference here for this turn. That's the tempo play I think I needed here. So now the question is... I'm going to keep bounce off up. Because if they waste a spell, and then I'm going to be able to armory next turn. 3-1, sure. Bounce off this turn. Yeah. Yeah, we just go big attacks here. I think I'm fine with this. So then that becomes a 6-7. Have another bike, very nice. Sure. The armory is really good in this deck. Wow. Oh, I don't have double blue here. The mana up. Sure. Yep. They're going to attack. I bounce that off. That'll do. That'll do. Glad I kept that bounce off up. We had the pressure, so take it. Okay, we got all three colors, right ends. We're going to be able to Lagor in turn 2 if we want. I like this. This is pretty good. Tranquil Cove to get started here. They play. We're going to go this route. Saddles for 1. Surveyor. Nice. Making everybody bigger. This is so good. That's so sick. We got options here too. Next turn, throw the planes down. We can bike and keep up Ride's End, which is also quite good. Wow, I'm surprised they got rid of that. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. Although that was my option to saddle, so like, I guess I could see it. Do I care about this? This is an efficient way to use the mana. Yeah, we'll let it go through. Too worried about it. This is whenever saddles or mounts a vehicle during your main phase. Yeah. I'm gonna destroy my bike here. Okay. Much I can do about that. Just get the Jaguar out. That's pretty good. They got what I would hope to draw. Take some damage here. Yep. Sure. Man, they have a just beautiful curve here. Oh, I should have crewed this. Yeah, that's fine. And I can keep the... Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. Keep the bounce off up. I might take 4 from the Harrier. Totally fine. Actually, I don't. They attack with everything. I can let the Harrier come through. I might just bounce off my own Scurryfoot. I don't have any other merfolk creatures. Do I want to do that? If I bounce my own Scurryfoot, I get another 3/3 back? Now we got a 4/4 body. They've had a good run of cards here. Yeah, I don't have a choice but to make this block. They have a trick. They have a trick. They have to keep the damage. They have to keep the damage away. Let's see. They have 6 lands. We have less than 6 lands. Let's make a treasure token. Then I think we're just making this guy, right? I guess maybe I should have thought about getting the links out. I should have played the links. I don't get to do both, though. Oh, no, I do. That was a misstep. Yeah, that just turns into a 2/2. Now they gained a massive amount of cards, though, so that was very good. I'm gonna get outvalued here, probably. Yeah. And not enough blockers with flying. It's going to be my problem. I gotta get some damage off the battlefield here. Hang on to this. Am I just dead here? 2/1/1 counters, 5 damage. Yeah, good game. I just could not beat the value. They had a very good blue-white. I guess artifact. Artifact, kind of flyer artifact deck. That was pretty nice. A lot of good exhaust creatures. That's again where, as these games continue to be grindy, the mid-range and later strategies I think are going to be very, very useful. Having lots of things to do with your mana is really good. That last play, I'm really wondering: do I ticket Tortoise or should I have played the Lynx? If I play the Lynx, I'm not dead this next turn because I would have had the opportunity to attack with it and gain 2 life. I'd have been at 2. They'd have popped me. I'd have been at 2. Yeah, I don't know that matters too much. They're going to be able to get a lot of value. Okay, this is not what we want to see. I unfortunately cannot keep this. I haven't seen any of the Gearhulks yet, except for this game, so... I will keep this, and unfortunately I'm going to have to get rid of the armory here. No. But I can find the armory later with the Transit Mage. So that is pretty nice. I just need 1 land here. There's my land. Pay 1, sacrifice, counter target instant sorcery spell. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's go this route. Next we can do World Wagon. Oh, maybe I should have did the ace. That's fine. I take 2. A lot of multicolored decks, which I'm not surprised about in this format. Gosh, flying is going to kill me here. That is my absolute downside on this deck. second game in a row here where I'm just going to be facing a bunch of flyers. Right, instant or sorcery spell. I'll absolutely take the action. Find an island. Wondering if I do attack with this. No, I don't. Hold it back. Cool part here. I can't Gallant Strike anything. Creatures are too small. This thing crewing for 4 is tough, but see what you got. Yep. Max speed. Ooh, Transit Mage is really interesting. And I can do both here. It's a likelihood of a counter spell. Let's do this first. What do I find with this? Absolutely. Ooh, I could find Memory Guardian. I think I take the Armory, though. I think that's just too good. I must have a Cycler or some type of response. I will absolutely take the action. I will find my other island. The mana has worked out nicely here. Cycling the Locust Spray. Very nice. I had a feeling they had a cycle. They play something big, I can Gallant Strike here. I have all the mana available to me in the world, so my draws are going to be very open. I just need a target for the Gallant Strike to get some benefit off of it. Transit Mage being able to find that flyer, pretty good. A good little deal. This is pretty sick. Sure. They have to double block to kill this, so like I get to keep doing what I'm hoping to do here. Yeah. Then I just gain the life back. That seems fine. I think we keep up Gallant Strike. Don't play the bike yet. Live draws. Live draws. Siphon Fuel was good. I'm actually a little bit higher on this removal spell just because of how kind of mid-rangey and slow the format is. Yep. I'm going to keep pulling the lands out here. And I'm going to keep attacking to try to get this. And if they use a removal spell on it, that's totally fine. I have another one. These Glory Heath Lynxes are very good. I'm going to put you on the bottom. Fine. Again, it's just drawing their removal spells. Gain some life. Let's play another. I was gonna say, at some point you've got to start looking at some cards. Got to start looking at something. Now, I do have to keep in mind diversion unit here. So if they play something big, like there's another creature or vehicle, draw a card. Our target instant sorcery spell. Let's controller pays 3. Alright, well I can't Gallant Strike if they keep a blue mana up. But again, we got a Lynx. Yeah, sure. Sure. That's good value. Get to Surveil. This cruise for 2. It's a 3/3. I mean, it can't attack through my interface ace, which is pretty funny. What do they do? Bin a land? Sure. So I have the bike. I think we just do this. A 3/4 flyer now. 3/5 flyer. I think I attack with the bike. I don't see a reason why not, right? It's got vigilance. You can crew it up. Trade these things off. That seems fine. I have plenty of mana. The fact that Memory Garden becomes a 3/5 is so huge. The Armory, I am impressed with this card, to say the least. Bye-bye. You can sack it in response. I don't do this. There's no reason to, right? Because I attack. I just attack with Memory Guardian, and it's got Vigilance, so... You can declare block and then sacrifice it, which is what you're going to do. Sure. Draw a card. Yep, makes sense. Gas Guzzler, quite good. Quite good. I want to keep the collision course up in case they play something else big. creature or artifact wise. Again, grindy matchup here. Grindy matchup. Well, now we can attack with Transit Mage and the Memory Guardian. There's no reason not to do this. Again, they can double block here. I guess Maximum Overdrive is something to be wary of. Siphon Fuel. Okay. You can double block here if you want. This is still a good trade for me. If they do that. And we got removal spells for days here. And I could pay the 3 to ride something that's not tapped. Oh, if I so choose. And the Lynx is going to start to get online here. They're finding all their removal, that's for sure. Sure. Let's get rid of the draw engine here. You can sack it in response. Oh. Then you're gonna... Okay. The upside on our deck is pretty good if we can draw, I don't know, a Riptide, a Gearhulk, any of the Gearhulks. This is really good. That's fantastic for them to keep drawing some cards. I'm not putting enough pressure on here. They must have a counter spell. That actually helped me. Dude, please. No. That would have been big. I'm going to get milled here. Do I have a way to get rid of that? No, I don't. My collision course. Man, I'm not going to be able to kill him fast enough here. Ooh, that's actually huge. As long as this can stick. Yeah, because this is going to start getting bigger. I don't have a lot of turns left here, though. No, there goes my other... Oh. Oh. Dude, I'm going to get milled. Wow. I can't believe that. Yeah, GG's. I can't put enough damage on. I gotta find... I don't know if I have anything else. Web Strike Elite. No way. No way, bro. You have to block that. Unless they have a removal spell for this. I have 2 draws. If they make me draw a card and lose this game, good on them, right? Like, to be able to rip the Web Strike there after all that milling. I remembered last second as we were drawing it. Copy this spell. Destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. That's pretty good. Yeah, you have to kill the Brightfield Glider because it'll Vigilance kill you. I have 2 draw steps here, though. This game's over. I can't do 10 damage in that time. Gosh, this thing absolutely smoked me. I don't know what other 2 cards I have in the deck here. It's a Plains... Oh, it's my Lynx. I forgot it was at the bottom. Good game. All right, I'm done playing this. Like, you survived long enough, and you milled me out. GG's. Ah, man, I can't. This is much better. I'd probably get rid of the Spectral Interference, right? Or maybe the Bounce Off. Probably the Bounce Off. I will keep this. Because if I can find green... If I can find green, we're in business here. Sort of. Honestly, that's a good draw. If I can find a way to saddle to this, pull another Plains. I either need green for the bike or creature to saddle for 2 to be able to get this attack in. Please don't. Got what I asked for. The Lynx is pretty good. I have enjoyed this creature. Great body, 2/3, lifelink for 2 is insane. Bye-bye. Yeah, Double Strike Prowess. Riptide on turn 4. Feels pretty good. Feeling this is getting bounced or killed or locked down or... Aetherdrift. We're not blocking that, that's for sure. The Aether Jacket me. And my Riptide. That is unfortunate. Aether Jacket, pretty good, though. So many artifacts, so many vehicles. It's a good 2/1 flyer with Vigilance. You can attack and kill it, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty solid. Prowess. I don't think I want you to have any more lands. Now, they could have attacked with this, not realizing they could have done that. That's pretty good. I guess I could have also saddled the Lynx and grabbed the Plains. Not too concerned about that. Serpent, sure. Could pay the 4, make this a 2/2. I like this guy. Oh, that's cool. What is this crew for? Crew's for 1? We just attack with this. If they take the block. This becomes really tough. This becomes really tough for them. Because if they wait and exhaust... They wait in the exhaust. They get another 1/1, which buys them a little bit of time. But essentially soaks up most of their mana. We need a removal spell here on the Seeker. Run over. Well, that's about as bad as it could go for me. Man! These last couple of games feel like been on the edge of finding a way to win. Why would you not have exhausted this? That seems odd to me. That seems really, really odd to me. Because if I kill this, you're just in dire straits. You actually lose if I find a removal spell here. Transit Mage can help me find a number of good things here. You can only crew one thing. Maybe you can crew 2. Well, now you exhaust 100%. You're lucky enough to have a fight spell. I think that's one of the things. I didn't have any green removal in the deck, which is kind of interesting. Usually some runovers and a few things. Yeah, so you make a 1/1 here. This is good. This crew's for 2, though. Get 2 islands. 2 mana available. You have some blockers now. Oh, another creature to exhaust. It's pretty nice. Crew that for 1. Have a 3/5. A 1 counter on this creature. Create a 1/1. I'm thinking, do I just crew the... I think we just crew the bike and attack. They turn the Ranger's Aether Hive on. And then I Gallant Strike it. Right? I guess I could have saddled that for 2. GG's. Yeah, because they can't stop the... With this gone... Yeah, there's too much damage. You know, you throw this here, or this here. This is trample. I guess you could throw this and this here. No, they take 6. Yeah. That was it, baby. We needed it. Needed it for the W. Oh my gosh. This is slightly better. I think I pitched this. This is not a great hand. I guess this lets me... What do I take here? I can't play either of these. I think this is just the best play. So I'll be able to play it next turn. My deck here at the at the outset doesn't put a ton of pressure on. I get their Gravestalker back or their Wreckage Wickerfolk. I'd probably take the Wickerfolk. Excuse me. Well, I took that. There's my break glass. I'll play this while I have the chance to do that. Good 3/4 flyer. This probably gets eaten by a removal spell. If we pull... So the thought process here, play that because I have the interface ace up and I need the reduction. Good use of the mana. They're not going to play anything probably that I need to Gallant Strike. If I end up drawing a Plains here, I'm Bright Glassing, which is fantastic. So this ends up being really, really good for me. I'm now able to get 5 damage in. I can break glass. Absolutely. So let's find this little guy. Now we're in business here. Now, now we have a very significant board presence. I can scurry foot here and bright field with a land. I can also evolve the scurry foot. This is going to eat a removal spell, I have a feeling. But if it's the -6/-6, no, it's a Wreckage Wicker Folk. Is this cruise for 2? The hope here is they play another small creature to crew the Debris Beetle. What is this crew for? Cruise for 1. Yeah, it's just a 3/2. I would happily trade Transit Mage for the Carrion. But the hope here is play another 1. Honestly, play another 1 power creature. Tap both Debris Beetle. That lets me push in 5 damage, and then I blow them out with Gallant Strike. And I can even Gallant Strike, Bright Field, and Scurry Foot all next turn as well. Another cruiser. Well, they're just getting whooped here then. You bring the bike back or another wreckage, maybe? If you have the ability to recur, yeah, you take the other. Yeah, that's not. I mean, we just attack with both of these now. Sure. Now you take 7 damage. I don't think I do that. I think I played the Scurryfoot here. And then I think, because we're going to be able to saddle this to give it flying. And then I keep the Web Strike back. 3 mana to kill. What is this? This is a 5/4. Essentially, it would have to double block. This is 1 less for each artifact or creature card in your graveyard. How many do they have in here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so they're going to be able to play both. Saddles for 3, but this can do that. So we'll get some flyers up. This is what, 3 mana? You absolutely play the Gravedigger here. Yep. I attack with the Transit Mage. These crew for 1. So they could crew both. Nah, I want the flyers gone. Sure. Sure. This is for 3. Web Strike Elite, man. 2 times. 2 times in a row. I gotta give the W. I gotta put the wins in the W column for that card. That was... Woo! I should have looked to see. So we were gonna be able to first strike the 5/4, so no damage goes through, but we get 3... What, 4/5 damage pushing through? 5 damage pushing through with the Bright Field and the other flyer. Yeah. We're in great position there. Okay, unfortunately, right before we finished that game up, we ran out of some storage space. We ended up losing that game. Essentially, I think it was the next turn or the turn after they just attacked with everything, which was just more power on the battlefield with the Menace Pumper, plus how big the other creatures have gotten. We just didn't find an opportunity to get it done. And that was inevitable when they had been making all those things with Scurryfoot. That game sincerely is lost because I don't throw that Endrider Catalyzer into the deck, slowing down their mana production. They had 4 mana available to them, but that the Lifecraft engine really wasn't going to be the thing that was hurting me. I had opportunities to bounce some stuff back. We then would have had good attacks on board with the prowess with our Gearhulk, and that was the mistake in that game. We got into too much of a grindy matchup where I didn't see enough. I didn't see either of the 2 Gallant Strikes that I had, which would have been very, very good. And I couldn't push the damage in, really. And Ride's End, I needed either 2 Gallant Strikes, one of the 2 Gallant Strikes, or Ride's End, and I needed them like pretty quickly there once they started to get that engine going. With Refueler on the battlefield, plus the Stampeding Scurryfoot, then the Exhaust Green Creature, that's just too much for me to deal with. Overall, we went 3-3. The deck didn't feel terrible. My mana wasn't really much of an issue. I really didn't run into too many. I had to be a little bit more aggressive on the mulligan, which I think is what you would expect from a deck like this. I'm not necessarily upset or sad with the result. I thought this had the opportunity to be a little bit better. I think Bright Glass, I was excited for when I saw 2 of them. The fact that we didn't have a ton of targets for this makes this not as great. First Strike Trample, great. This absolutely won us a game or 2. But Riptide, much, much better. Really, really like this guy. If I had 2 of these, I don't even think we're playing the Bright Glass, and we probably build a little bit differently. But I think for what we had, it was pretty good. Spectral Interference was great. Our Sweeter Removal was fine. Collision Course, Double Gallant Strike, the Interference, and the Ride's End, I think, were all fine. Lumbering Whirl Wagon, very good. The bikes were solid. I think we had a good mix of creatures and spells. We really were not out of any of the games that we played and ended up losing. We got outvalued. There are a lot of really, really good value engines in this set. And as we look, I'll probably jump into another sealed because I want to keep getting some practice. But as I look towards this upcoming weekend with the Arena Direct, I want to keep an eye out for those value engines, the Refueler with the Exhaust Creatures, or some of the other things that we're able to get going here. I think the pool, this is probably the best sealed pool I've had as of yet, which is good. I think we had some other options. I think playing black could have certainly been in a consideration as well as one of our colors. It was fun to be able to splash in and do this 3-color thing here. but we had some good value. And then I think probably playing the Ketrodon makes sense in a deck like this that's able to generate so much mana. So maybe looking at, I don't know, Web Strike Elite. I would lean towards getting rid of this, but this actually was insanely valuable. 2 games. This card won us 2 games without a doubt. Maybe getting rid of Ticket Tortoise and throwing the Ketrodon in. We had enough mana creation that I don't know that was necessary, and I think a good top end threat and blocker 6/6 Reacher is pretty huge. And flying was a little bit of a challenge for this deck. Surprising in the colors that we should have had some opportunities for that, but just not a ton of flying creatures on our end. So overall, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully some good things to take away as you if you're looking to do the Arena Direct coming up here pretty quick. I'm enjoying Aetherdrift, and we'll be jumping into some drafts here very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Openings every Wednesday, pack openings, collector booster boxes, bundles, play booster boxes. We got some really good videos queued up, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing. Help us get to 1,000 subs. It's our first big channel milestone. We appreciate all of that, and just have some fun out there playing some MTG. If you want to come and join us on our socials and all that good stuff, links in the description. Come join our Discord. That'd be cool. We'd love to see you over there. And beyond that, have a great rest of the day. Thanks for spending a few minutes. Be sure to catch you in the next video. Peace.